Hello, and welcome to our video. Have you ever felt lost on your spiritual path? Have you experienced moments of deep confusion, doubt, or darkness that made you question everything you thought you knew? If so, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore a challenging but important aspect of spiritual growth known as the dark night of the soul. This experience, while difficult, can lead to profound personal transformation and a deeper understanding of yourself and your place in the world. Let's start by understanding what a spiritual awakening really is. Many people think of spiritual awakenings as purely positive experiences filled with light, joy, and sudden clarity. While these moments can occur, a true spiritual awakening is often a more complex and challenging process. It's a fundamental shift in how you perceive yourself, others, and the world around you. This shift can be gradual or sudden, but it typically involves questioning long-held beliefs, re-evaluating your life's purpose, and experiencing a range of intense emotions. During a spiritual awakening, you might find yourself feeling disconnected from the beliefs and values you once held dear. Things that used to make sense or bring you comfort might suddenly feel hollow or meaningless. You may start to question the purpose of your life, your career, or your relationships. These feelings can be unsettling, but they're often signs that you're entering a period of deep spiritual growth. As you move deeper into this process, you might notice some signs that indicate you're entering what mystics and spiritual teachers have called the dark night of the soul. This term describes a period of spiritual crisis that can feel like you're lost in darkness. You might feel disconnected from your old sense of self, but not yet connected to a new way of being. This can lead to feelings of loneliness, isolation, and confusion. During this time, you might experience emotional ups and downs that seem to come out of nowhere. One day, you might feel a sense of peace and connection, while the next, you're overwhelmed by sadness or anger. These fluctuations are normal and are often a sign that your psyche is processing deep-seated emotions and beliefs. It's important to understand that these spiritual challenges serve a purpose. While they can be uncomfortable, they're essential for growth. Think of it like cleaning out a cluttered closet. At first, it might seem overwhelming and messy as you pull everything out. But this process is necessary to sort through what you want to keep and what you need to let go of. Similarly, the dark night of the soul helps you break down old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you, making room for new insights and ways of being. One of the most common struggles during this phase is a sense of loneliness. You might feel like no one understands what you're going through, or that you can't relate to the people around you anymore. This feeling of isolation can be intensified by the fact that many people in your life might not understand or validate your experiences. Doubt and uncertainty are also frequent companions during this time. You might question everything you thought you knew about yourself, your beliefs, and your place in the world. This can be frightening, but it's also an opportunity for deep self-reflection and growth. Physical and emotional exhaustion are other common challenges. The intense emotions and deep questioning that come with this process can be draining. You might find yourself feeling tired more often, needing more sleep, or experiencing physical symptoms like headaches or body aches. While these challenges can feel overwhelming, there are strategies you can use to cope with them. Self-care becomes especially important during this time. This might include getting enough rest, eating nourishing foods, and engaging in activities that bring you comfort and joy. Even simple things like taking a warm bath, going for a walk in nature, or listening to soothing music can help ground you during difficult moments. Seeking support from others can also be helpful. While you might feel alone, there are likely others who have gone through similar experiences. Look for spiritual groups, online forums, or counselors who specialize in spiritual issues. Talking about your experiences with understanding individuals can help you feel less isolated and provide valuable perspectives. Mindfulness and meditation techniques can be powerful tools during this time. These practices can help you stay present with your experiences without getting overwhelmed by them. They can also help you cultivate a sense of inner calm and stability amidst the changes you're going through. One of the most important things you can do during the dark night of the soul is to try to find meaning in the darkness. While it might be tempting to resist or try to escape the difficult emotions and experiences, there's often profound wisdom to be found in them. Try to approach your challenges with curiosity rather than fear. What might these experiences be teaching you? What parts of yourself are you discovering that you didn't know existed? This process can help you uncover hidden strengths you didn't know you had. Maybe you're developing more resilience, compassion, or self-awareness. Perhaps you're learning to trust your intuition more or to stand up for your truth. These are valuable gifts that can come from navigating difficult spiritual terrain. Developing deeper self-awareness is another potential benefit of this process. As you question your beliefs and examine your thoughts and emotions, you're likely to gain new insights into who you are at your core. This self-knowledge can be invaluable as you move forward on your spiritual path. Patience and trust play crucial roles in navigating the dark night of the soul. It's important to remember that this process takes time. Just as a caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly overnight, deep spiritual transformation doesn't happen instantaneously. Be patient with yourself and trust that you're exactly where you need to be on your journey. Trusting in your personal growth process can be challenging, especially when you're in the midst of difficult emotions or experiences. But try to remember that growth often feels uncomfortable. If you were always comfortable, you probably wouldn't be changing or evolving. Letting go of the need to control every aspect of your spiritual journey is another important step. While it's natural to want to understand and direct your experiences, sometimes the most profound growth comes from surrendering to the process and trusting in your inner wisdom. As you move through the dark night of the soul, you might start to notice some signs that you're progressing. You might experience increased clarity about your life's purpose or direction. Things that used to confuse you might start to make sense, or you might feel a stronger sense of knowing what's right for you. You might also start to feel a renewed sense of connection to yourself, to others, or to something greater than yourself. This connection might feel different from what you experienced before. It might be deeper, more authentic, or more expansive. Another sign of progress is a greater sense of inner peace and acceptance. You might find that you're less reactive to external events and more able to maintain your center amidst life's ups and downs. You might also feel more accepting of yourself, including your flaws and challenges. As you start to emerge from the dark night of the soul, the next step is integrating your experiences into your daily life. This involves applying the wisdom you've gained to your relationships, your work, and your overall approach to life. You might find that your priorities have shifted, or that you have a new perspective on what's truly important to you. Many people who have gone through this process feel called to help others on their spiritual paths. Your experiences and the insights you've gained can be valuable to others who are going through similar challenges. This doesn't mean you need to become a spiritual teacher, but you might find yourself naturally offering support and understanding to others in ways you couldn't before. It's important to remember that personal growth and spiritual development are ongoing processes. Emerging from the dark night of the soul doesn't mean you'll never face challenges again, but you'll likely find that you have new tools and perspectives to help you navigate future difficulties. The dark night of the soul, while challenging, is a valuable part of many people's spiritual journeys. It often involves feelings of disconnection, doubt, and emotional turmoil. However, these experiences can lead to deeper self-awareness, uncovering hidden strengths, and a more authentic way of being in the world. Coping strategies like self-care, seeking support, and practicing mindfulness can help you navigate this difficult terrain. Remember to be patient with yourself, trust in your growth process, and try to find meaning in your experiences. If you're currently facing spiritual challenges, know that you're not alone. Many others have walked this path before you and have emerged with greater wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. Trust in your ability to navigate this process and know that there is light even in the darkest of nights. We encourage you to reflect on your own spiritual experiences. Have you gone through something similar to what we've described? What helped you during difficult times? Your insights could be valuable to others who are on this path. Remember, spiritual growth is a deeply personal journey, and there's no one right way to navigate it. Trust your inner wisdom, be kind to yourself, and don't hesitate to seek support when you need it. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay open to the wisdom that can come from life's challenges. Your journey matters, and you have the strength to navigate whatever comes your way. Keep exploring, keep growing, and remember that even in the darkest times, you're never truly alone. There's a whole community of people out there who understand and support you on this path. As you continue on your spiritual journey, remember that it's okay to take breaks when you need to. Sometimes, stepping back and focusing on everyday life can give you the rest and perspective you need to continue your inner work. Balance is key in any spiritual practice. It's also important to remember that everyone's spiritual journey is unique. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's okay. Trust your own inner guidance about what feels right for you. If a particular practice or belief doesn't resonate with you, it's okay to let it go and explore other paths. One thing that can be helpful during challenging spiritual times is to keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences can help you process them more effectively. It can also be interesting to look back on your entries later and see how far you've come. That spiritual growth isn't always about adding new beliefs or practices to your life. Sometimes it's about simplifying and letting go of things that no longer serve you. This might include old habits, beliefs, or even relationships that no longer align with your evolving sense of self. It's also worth noting that spiritual growth doesn't happen in isolation from the rest of your life. Your relationships, work, and daily experiences all play a role in your spiritual development. Look for the lessons and growth opportunities in all aspects of your life, not just in explicitly spiritual practices or experiences. As you navigate your spiritual path, remember to be gentle with yourself. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you should be making faster progress or that you should have it all figured out by now. But spiritual growth is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Every step you take, even the ones that feel like steps backward, is part of your unique path. One practice that can be particularly helpful during challenging times is gratitude. Even in the midst of difficulty, try to find small things to be thankful for each day. This can help shift your perspective and remind you of the good things in your life, even when times are tough. Remember, too, that it's okay to seek professional help if you're struggling. While spiritual challenges can be a normal part of growth, they can sometimes trigger or exacerbate mental health issues. If you're feeling overwhelmed or if your daily functioning is significantly impaired, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional. We want to remind you that you are stronger and more resilient than you might realize. The very fact that you're engaging with these deep spiritual questions shows your courage and your commitment to growth. Remember that every spiritual teacher and mystic throughout history has gone through their own version of the dark night of the soul. These challenges are not a sign that you're doing something wrong, but rather that you're engaging deeply with life's most profound questions. As you continue on your path, stay curious, stay open, and above all, be kind to yourself. Your journey is uniquely yours, and it's unfolding exactly as it should. Trust in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way, and know that you're continuously growing and evolving, even when it doesn't feel like it. Thank you again for joining us on this exploration of the dark night of the soul. We hope you found something valuable here that you can take with you on your own spiritual journey. Remember, you're not alone in this process, and there's always hope, even in the darkest of times. Until next time, may you find peace, strength, and wisdom on your path. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep growing. Your journey matters, and the world needs the unique gifts that only you can bring. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.